If you're over 50, one income you can't rely on anymore. Things have changed. Market has changed. The world has changed. People are losing jobs left, right, and centre. Now, if you're over 50 and you're wanting to make money or start some business online, this channel is for you. Please like and subscribe to my channel here so you don't miss the next video that's coming. And for you that don't know me, my name's Nigel Williamson. I'm 63 years old and father of 7. Now, a long time I've been having my own business, running a system that worked really well for me for over 20 years. But one day, when the pandemic came, my business stopped. And it stopped when the work stopped, the income also stopped, obviously. And I was looking for different ways to make money online, and I found that starting a business online was the way to go. But then I didn't really know how or what, because offline business and online business are completely different. So I was working, like 12, 13 hours every single day. I was missing out things with my family, like birthdays and that, always coming late or not coming at all, which really gave me, anxiety, and I wasn't good enough, feeling that I was a really bad father. And I decided that I have to make it work online. And then I started with different courses and things like that. And the courses, because it's so much new stuff, you get overwhelmed. And because I wanted to just go through the course as quickly as possible to get started, I was watching video after video, getting locked in the learning mode and just getting overwhelmed completely about all this new information. And so it made it quite hard for me to really start my business. But really the thing that you should do is sort of try and minimize it down to be just doing maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour's training, and just leave it after that. So you do that in the beginning one day instead of watching hour after hour after hour trying to get all that information. It just sort of blows your mind completely. And because we're a bit older, we're not brought up with the computer parts. We didn't have mobile phones and when we were young and things like that. And it becomes different to us. It's not that we're stupid or we're lazy in any way. It's just that it's a completely different way of life, way of technology. And so we have to take it a bit slower on that. And getting the feeling that you can't do it, or because of watching all those videos, gave me the sort of thing that I didn't start my business. And then later on, following the different structures and things like that, I can see on lots of trainings and things like that people tell you, or if you watch videos and things like that, they tell you that, you can get a stand store, with different links. And the stand store is really good product and so on, because it's all got the payment system and put in. It costs you around $30 each month. So I was thinking that was really good. And then you've got the different sort of products you can have, like 2 or 3 or 5 or whatever products you wanted. And I thought that was really good, because my way of thinking is that if I got more things for sale, a bigger variety of stuff, then people can choose between different stuff. But running that business, following them, making lots of videos, and really trying to promote, and really not knowing what to say, really not knowing, who my perfect customer is, gave me a sort of a feeling of that I was just doing as much as I could and still not being enough, because there was no sales and there was no opt-ins and there was no leads in any way, the big amounts. Because you see people making videos that say, I started last month and now I'm making hundreds of dollars. Well, that's not true, but it wants people to start a business because they get the feeling that that's the way it's going to work for them. But anyway, so when I sort of structure it down and go through everything, the things that I've done and that I've failed with, and then I've tried again, and then I've failed and tried again, I don't want that for you. I want you to just take the icing on the cake sort of thing. So I was thinking more like that, the way that I can see the system working is that you have one product, and it can be any product really, but we need a product that is fairly expensive, because we want to change our 9 to 5 wage to be a wage online. So it's rather obvious that we need to get more money. You can't sell hundreds of $10 products. It doesn't work. It really burns you out, and it doesn't work as a legit or stable business online. So I came, after years of trying different things, I came down to one structural system. It's for one thing that I started on YouTube, because YouTube is stable, it's old, it's the same sort of style, and it's a search engine. So people search for things like making money online. And so that's a good start. And then I have one product, and I have one system. So that's the way you built it up. It's very simple. It's not that having a store with different links and that is wrong. It's that when you're starting out, you relate to people that are starting out. So your best bet, or the best way that I found it, is that I have one link in my bio that goes to one opt-in landing page, and then I have one system that runs at the background. And the system that I use is a free system that's got all the payment system in, it's got the follow-up emails in, it's got the landing pages in. It's sort of, it's not all the functions that you could have, but it's enough functions to get started online. And then, when you've got that system set up and you just make your videos every single, week. Now, it doesn't have to be loads and loads of videos every single day. That's going to take hours and hours for you. But, maybe 1 or 2 longer videos each week. We'll bring that up more in another video about making the videos. But anyway, so that's my style, or my way that I've learned, that it's just these simple steps. And then when you've been marketing online for a couple of years or something like that, or maybe 6 months to 1 year, you can start looking around to get other products. You might want like a shop or a bio link that's like a shop with different steps in. And it can be much better when people get to know you. But in the beginning, you just need one link, because it has to keep it simple. Because you're starting out online, and the people that are related to you are starting out online. So they also need a simple way to run their business. And being consistent is very important, that you carry on doing it. And forget about looking about your followers. Forget about looking how many people are opting into your landing page. Just try and carry on doing the business, following the structure, that you're consistent every single week, and slowly the momentum starts building up, and it becomes a snowball effect that sort of starts, when it starts rolling, the snowball rolls downhill, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and your business starts running automatically. But we have to be persistent and really want to do this. And it doesn't matter how old you are or anything, because we got, the older we are, really, the more experience we have in life, the more experience we have with work. And this is things that youngsters don't have. So, some good-looking woman that's, sexy and so on, obviously young men want to join them. So their business, grows quickly. But we want a stable, proper business. And we're still good-looking anyway. We don't care, I'm not sexy, but almost. Well, anyway, so so we don't market that way. We market more stable way, and we got experience, so we can teach people other things, because marketing isn't just selling a product. It's also other things. And if you like my videos, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. And if you're interested in the way that I started my business, there's a link to the blueprint that I followed step by step to be able to start a business online. And I've thought about it in so many ways that it has to be something that you love doing. It has to be, you like doing it so much that you do it anyway. So, and then when the money starts coming in, it just gives you a sort of a boost to carry on even more. And yeah, so if you've got any questions, things that I, said on the video that maybe you didn't understand or I explained in a bad way or whatever, please, feel free to comment the videos and I'll get back to you straight away. And yeah, I think I'll see you in the next video. So take care and let's carry on fighting.